So you're thinking about moving to Plano, Texas, right? Well, that's where I chose to live. And in this video, we're going to tell you a little bit about Plano, Texas. We will walk you through some of the neighborhoods, show you some of the great aspects and the major living areas in Plano. I'm Robert Owen, along with Lana Hersher, your Dallas, Frisco, and Fort Worth realtors. I've been buying and selling houses since 2005, and if you like what we have to say, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, go ahead, hit the bell, or call, text, or email us, and we will help you find that perfect house together. And if you are considering relocating to the area, well, Plano is probably somewhere at the top of your list. It is a very popular city, and it's been in a number of articles. If you look at the best places to live in Texas, well, Plano is probably at the top of the list. And in fact, niche.com ranked Plano as the 8th best city to buy a house in America. So with a population just over 300,000 people, Plano is definitely one of those cities that is very popular in DFW. Like I said, that's where I live. So let's get started. We're going to go through mapping, population, housing, schools, and shopping. So about the location, Plano is located in Collin County, just north of Dallas, and it is the 4th largest area in DFW. Plano is surrounded by the cities of Frisco, Allen, Murphy, Richardson, and Carrollton. Now, Plano is a big city. It is 71 square miles in area, and I consider that a large city. Without getting on a tollway, it takes about 45 minutes to get from one end to Plano to the other. But Plano Parkway is a very pleasant drive, so it's a nice street to drive on. And the population boom in Plano happened in the mid-90s. All right, Plano school systems, right? Okay, my kiddo goes here, so we're going to touch on the school systems just for those of you that may not be aware of what's happening in the educational system in Plano. But Plano is ranked one of the top school districts, not only in the state of Texas, but also in the entire U.S. So Plano is primarily served by Plano ISD, which is currently ranked the 10th best public school system in all of Dallas, Frisco, and Fort Worth. And that even coincides with rankings in the United States. So it is in the top 15, depending on which website you check, as one of the top school districts in the U.S. So here are some fun facts about Plano ISD, right? There are 11 high schools, which 2 of them are private. There are 12 middle schools and 44 elementary schools. So that's just over 73 different campuses. There are 6,800 district employees in Plano, and 3,800 of those are teachers. So there's over 50,000 students in Plano ISD, but with close to 7,000 district employees, it is one of the top employers in Collin County. So if you're in the educational system, this could be a good option for you. Now, if you're looking for work, that is. The really great thing about Plano is that their test scores are always on the high side. They're above the national average. The average SAT score is 1118, and the average ACT score is 27. Now, those scores are above the state average, and on top of that, you've got athletics, right? So you've pretty much got every single sport that you can think of, right? Baseball, basketball, volleyball, and of course, we all absolutely love our football in Texas. And Plano's been one of those schools that lends its talent, and it's always up there competing and has a great pool of talent that it breathes into the collegiate and sometimes into the pro levels. But in addition to that, you've got golf, you've got soccer, you've got wrestling. For those of you that like a little different type of sport. Now, we're just going to cover the high schools right now as far as ranking of, just because we have too many schools to take a look at. But if you really want to do your research, right, whenever you're looking at the rankings of schools online, because you can look at different websites, you can look at different metrics, different ratings, different skills, different systems. And what I'm going to give you right now is just pulled from greatschools.org or niche.com. Now, if you look at niche.com, it gives almost every high school in Plano an A+ rating. Now, if you look at greatschools.org, it's going to give you more of a numeral ranking, and that goes something like this. Plano Academy High, comes in at an 8 out of 10. Jasper High School comes in at an 8 out of 10. Plano East, 7 out of 10. Plano High, 6 out of 10. Williams, 6 out of 10. Clark, 6 out of 10. Shepton, 6 out of 10. Legacy Prep, 5 out of 10. And Vines is also a 5 out of 10. Now, like I said, you really want to do your research when you've got a child attending these schools like I did, but I'm really pleased with my selection in Plano ISD, and I think you would be too. All right, ladies, shopping does not disappoint when it comes to Plano, and the Shops at Willow Bend is one of the oldest shopping centers in Plano. And the Shops at Willow Bend has recently been acquired by new owners, so they do have some plans to redevelop that particular mall. But I'm pretty sure one of the things and one of the areas that they're not going to redevelop would be the Crayola Experience. Now, the Crayola Experience at Willow Bend is an amazing place for the kiddos where your kid can explore 22 different hands-on attractions in a 60,000 square foot setting. It's located right there at Willow Bend. In fact, Parent Magazine named it one of the top 10 trips to make before your kid turns 10. So I'm sure that you want to make that visit. Even if your kid isn't over the age of 10, you still may want to check it out. Now, another popular location in Plano is the Shops at Legacy. Now, the Shops at Legacy have Legacy North, Legacy East, and Legacy West, all right? So cool shops, boutiques, restaurants, bars, things to do like that. In fact, one of my favorite things to do at Legacy North is the Plano House of Comedy. Another cool shopping place is Legacy West, and it's one of the newer shopping centers. My favorite place to go there is Lucchese Boots because they have terrific boots, and they are the official boot maker of your Dallas Cowboys. In fact, Legacy West is like a city within a city. You know, it is one of the largest mixed development destination in North Texas, and it's just a great place to meet, shop, and you can literally spend all day there. It's a 255-acre development that has lots of open-air, high-end retail shopping like Louis Vuitton, Tesla, Gucci, and there's over 20 different restaurants in Legacy West. It's anchored by a very chic, popular hotel, the Renaissance Dallas at Plano. So this could be one of those staycation-type places that you can come and stay at the Renaissance shop, eat, comedy club, and do all the things that you'd like if you're not really going out of town and staying within the DFW metroplex area. I highly recommend it. Of course, if you're moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, what is the cost of living? And what is the cost of living in Plano? Well, in Plano, it's a little bit higher than the average in all of DFW metroplex. So according to payscale.com, the average cost of living in Plano is about 21% higher than the national average. And when it comes to housing costs, it's about 36% higher than the national average. But to put that into perspective, in 2023, the average cost of a house in Plano was about $500,000, and the average cost of a home in all of DFW was about $370,000. So you can see how that ties into the overall cost of living in Plano. So a $500,000 home will get you about a 3 to 4 bedroom place anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500 square feet. And the homes in Plano, well, they play a pretty big range. You can get a $300,000 townhouse all the way to a house that could cost you millions. So there's a little bit of something for everyone. And just know that the average here is about $500,000 for housing costs. And as a realtor, I can't tell you whether it's safe to live here or not, but according to crimegrade.org, they gave Plano a grade of a C+. So that just means that the crime activity here is average, and it's not good, it's not bad, it's just average. But I can tell you, as a resident of Plano, I have been extremely happy here, and I would highly suggest living in Plano, Texas.